Both me and a friend runs businesses. We sell the same products, pretty much doing identical things, making the same stuff we sell in online shops, eBay and other places. I don't really want to comment on exactly what it is, but it doesn't matter. I helped her for months. I think it was over a year. I gave her the things she needed to get started for free at first, because I knew she struggled with money. Later I sold it to her close to making zero from her, and I did handle the shipping from overseas, customs, taxes and those things, just because she was and is a close friend. It is pretty important to mention that it is hard to find someone that can deliver a good product, and if they do, it's usually not common that they can send as much. But I had enough to share it with her. A couple of weeks ago, the factory overseas I had been doing business for a long time was telling me that they wouldn't be able to ship anything for months for a couple of reasons. I told my friend that she had to find a supplier of her own. Basically check Alibaba and order samples, send it to labs for testing and other boring stuff. She did eventually find one with a good product. The only downside was that it was a bit expensive. So I asked her if she could help me while I was looking for my own new supplier, and she did. Sold it at a bit above what she paid for it. But I was fine with that. But something happened a few months ago. We were at my place just hanging out, and she said that she thinks we should share and help each other out as much as we do. It's better to handle and get our own stuff. And yeah, she's right. But it kind of pissed me off that I helped her for so long and for free in the beginning. And she have made 2 extra orders because I was in need, and I must have made at least over 20 for her. I said sure, it's okay. I was annoyed and I think she could tell. But I didn't make a scene because I knew it was just a matter of time. I just had to work harder on finding a good company overseas to work with. I had to temporarily close my web shop because I sold everything I had stocked up. But after a while, the first guy that I used to work with contacted me. He told me that his business was going to start up again. There was too many problems to keep it going. But he did give me contact details for some people in the same business and told me to contact them and see if they could help me out. Meanwhile, all of this, me and my friend talk less, from at least once a day to every 2 weeks or so. There wasn't any fight over this, but she knew I wasn't happy about it. But I did end up getting in contact with a supplier that sent a product that was pretty good, at the same level as my friends. So I did manage to get my webshop back up and starting to get some income again, which felt good. I didn't say anything about this to my friend. Haven't heard anything from her about me temporarily having to shut down or that I am back up now. But she called me a few days ago, talking about that we hadn't seen each other in a while. So later she came to my place. We talked about other things in business, but later she brought up that she felt that I was annoyed at her when she explained that we should keep things apart. Don't give each other things from our own connections. And I told her that it was fine and that I had to close down for a while, but I am back again. And it seemed like she was surprised hearing that I was back. I already knew what she paid for her product, so I guess that is why she felt okay to tell me that she had even managed to push the price lower. And I hoped this moment would come. Maybe it's a bit childish, but it felt fucking good. She said she had gone from about $230 down to $170. I told her I'm also paying less with my new supplier, like $55. She said that's a good discount. And I said no, it's not $55 lower. I mean that the total price is $55. She was just looking at me, then said, but how are they making money? I said I don't know. Somehow they do. She asked about the lab tests and I showed it to her. Everything was good. I knew she wanted to ask about my supplier since it is dirt cheap, but of us knew she could because of what she said earlier. She does have a steady income, so I do feel like I owe her anything at this point. It was her decision not to share business secrets.